Thank you so much for being here with us today for our Industry Insights interview. And our first question is if you could just tell me a little bit more about your current employer and your current role.
Yes. So, hi, my name is Jen. I graduated from Holy Cross, class of 2014. While I was there, I was a psychology major and pre-med concentration. Right now, I'm currently a family nurse practitioner in New York City at NYU Langone, in Manhattan. I currently work in bariatric surgery and medical weight management. And prior to this role, I was actually a registered nurse at NYU on labor and delivery for about 7 years. NYU is a major hospital in New York City. I'm currently at the Manhattan Tisch Hospital location. My current role is mostly outpatient, working with bariatric surgery patients, pre-op, getting them ready for their surgeries, and post-operative management. The different patients we work with, they're lap band patients, sleeve gastrectomy, gastric bypass. And while I love this role, these patients are very unique because once we see them, they're pretty much with us for life. So we get to know these patients on a very personal basis, which is great. At my role, we work collaboratively with a group of about 6 surgeons, and there's 5 nurse practitioners in my office. Our surgeons are our supervisors, but what's unique about being a nurse practitioner is I have the ability to see my own patients, and I actually can prescribe medication, which is great. We also have a growing medical weight loss division. So we also have another supervising physician where we work with patients regarding diet, lifestyle modification, and different medications for weight loss, which is great.
It's great. That's such an interesting role. I bet NYU is such a great place to grow and to be at.
Yeah.
And if you could talk a little bit more about what skills you feel are necessary for success within your nurse practitioner role.
Totally. For the role as a nurse practitioner, a master's degree in nursing is required, and then you could sit down for your board certification exam. At Holy Cross, if you take any pre-med or take any classes on the pre-med track, they will often go towards many of the prerequisites required for a nursing degree. For me, I completed an accelerated bachelor's degree in nursing program my first year after graduation from Holy Cross to get my RN license. It's actually not required that you get a bachelor's degree in nursing, as there's definitely some programs that are direct to master's programs, but it really just depends on what program you go for. And for me, I actually personally wanted the experience as an RN first before becoming an NP, but it's really totally your preference. Also, some hospitals such as NYU, which is great, will actually pay for you to go get your master's degree. So something just to think about down the line. So really for success as an NP and nursing in general, interpersonal skills and communication are key. I can't emphasize that. As a nurse, you're often the first person to see a patient, respond to an emergency, and usually spend the most time with the patient, actually. Patients are vulnerable and they come to see you with a variety of needs, often during the best or worst moments of their lives. So it's important to listen and have understanding despite the scenario, which has definitely taught me patience. Additionally, medicine as a whole, I truly believe, is a team sport. So it's essential that you are vocal and discuss patient needs, your own needs, different protocols, whatever, with your colleagues to lead to the best patient care. What's great about Holy Cross is the variety of classes that you take, since it is a liberal arts school. And not just my pre-med classes really helped me prepare for my nursing career. Public speaking, critical thinking, no matter what the subject, really can be carried over to a nursing career, which is great.
That's great. Love the power of the liberal arts education.
Yeah.
And then I guess my next question is if there's anything that students can be doing now at Holy Cross, such as clubs, organizations. I know you're talking about how there's a variety. I know if you're on the pre-med track, there's a bunch of classes you can be taking, but just experiences in general that will make them for a better candidate as they're applying to nursing degree programs after school and just preparing to be applying to these large hospital systems.
Totally. So yeah, one thing you can start to do now is definitely start researching different programs and figure out if you want to go straight to a master's degree program for your nurse practitioner or pursue a degree as an RN first, which I didn't know until I really started looking probably around like my junior year at Holy Cross. Definitely start working on a concise resume, and most programs usually require 1 to 2 letters of recommendation. So you definitely can start thinking about who you'd want to utilize for those recommendations. I know while I was at Holy Cross, joining certain clubs to help learn about the field of medicine and add to your resume was very helpful. While I was at Holy Cross, I was actually a member of the SHAPE Club, which is Student Health Awareness Peer Educators, where I was involved in multiple health initiatives on campus to educate students about a variety of health issues, such as like Breast Cancer Awareness Month or Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. And like I said before, you don't need to be pre-med to go pursue your eventual career in nursing, which is cool. So definitely don't be shy to go to different panels or meetings while at school, because I know I definitely did that. And then one thing I really would recommend starting to do now is definitely shadowing. I know when I was at Holy Cross, I shadowed different nurse practitioners and different doctors during my time while I was there. I'm from New York City, so I would either shadow back in New York during my breaks, or even there's so many different hospital systems in Worcester. Shadowing taught me so much about what I did and did not want in a nursing career. I got to see both office and hospital settings and different patient populations, which was great. And then many Holy Cross alum, like myself, are more than willing to have fellow students come visit for the day, and it could also be a really great reference down the line. And then, which leads me to say, to start thinking about what kind of environment you'd want to pursue in a nursing career. One of my favorite things about nursing, and I really did not know until I really got into the field, is that you can do anything. You're not tied to one thing. You can switch your path and disciplines to really fit your skill set or interest. You could work directly at the bedside, management, teaching, public health, informatics. It's really, the list is endless. So I would look at different programs that offer classes that interest you the most. Most school programs have a set list of requirements, kind of like Holy Cross, but many have different great electives, so you could start to think about what you'd be interested. For me, I know that I wanted to definitely spend time at the bedside as a nurse first, which is one of the main reasons why I chose NYU, because they have a nurse residency program where for your first year as an RN, you actually have special classes with other fellow new nurses and skills labs to give you that extra boost of confidence your first year in nursing. So going back, just definitely spend time browsing because the opportunities really are endless, which is great.
Yes, definitely. That's all great. And those are all important things to be thinking about. Okay. Anything you had known prior to starting in your field, and then just like general advice. I know you just listed off a large amount of advice, but
yeah.
yeah.
No, so yeah, one of the most important things I wish I had known when I first started out in the field is you're going to make a mistake and it's okay. Everyone was once in your position, and it's definitely okay to ask questions, especially as it comes down to the safety of your patients and yourself and your colleagues. And the best part about making a mistake is now you know for the next time, and it only helps you grow and perfect your practice. So really, you will make a mistake and it's okay. And then also, like I said, the career of nursing, or you do RN or NP, it really is endless and it's an ever-changing field. So just know that there's so much room to grow, and if you ever want to switch it up, you totally can, and there's so many unique paths, so it's really a great field.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That's all great advice. But thank you so much for your time, and for all of your industry insights that you provide us.